Hello, my little French fries. It's wee Paddy from across the shuck. You're very welcome to a happy, cheery video. I thought sometimes in YouTube we take ourselves a wee bit too seriously. So, you have seen the title. It's something like Paddy's Beer and Fish Supper Knife. Now, I bought this as a bit of a laugh because GEC just came out with a beer and sausage knife, and they were playing on words in an old knife that they had made. And I thought, well, look, why don't I do a little funny takeoff? And what I've actually ended up doing is finding a really useful tool. It cost me £17 from AliExpress. I don't even think they've got any left, but if you go on Chinese sites, you can find these nearly anywhere. And they're hen and rooster. I know they're available in America, but it's a hen and rooster brand. And I've actually found a really good knife after setting out to make a Mickey taking video. And I suppose it still is. And it makes me smile, but it's making me smile now because I've actually got a really good product and it costs nothing. I really don't know where to find it. But anyhow, I thought I'll do the video, and if you come across one, you'll know what it is you're going to get. So it comes in the hen and rooster box, and what you get inside here, now there's a bit of paper inside it. I have taken it out, and I am going to bring this up and show you. This is real bone, jigged, and really lovely jigging with a hen and rooster shield in there. It's pinned, stainless steel, I think, everywhere. That's the back of it, which is absolutely fine. It's a £17 knife, say $20. And look at that jigging and the colour of that pocket-worn blue sort of denim-y colour. It's lovely. And it's only two-bladed, unlike the GEC beer and sausage knife. There's no beard comb in this, which really doesn't bother me. Even though I've got a beard, I probably wouldn't use the knife that beard comb on my the beard comb on my beard. Good gosh, that was hard to get out. But isn't that a lovely looking knife? It really is a like. So I'm going to show you the knife. It's a lovely long clip point. It's not a real snappy blade opening, but it's solid. You know, the knife is solid. It's not moving. It's a good solid knife for cutting. And I'm going to show you some before we go into what it's really all about. I'll show you some. I'll put this knife here and I'll put the other ones on top of it, just to give you a size comparison of what it is. Here is a small case trapper. So a little bit smaller than it, but it sort of gives you that. Here's a GEC number 78. For those of you who know what a 78's like, again, it's just a little bit smaller, so it's a fair size knife. And here, for anybody who knows my channel, I love my brother knives. There is a brother knife, which is so close to the size of it. But it gives you an idea that you're getting a good blade for cutting. And what are we going to cut with this? I called it a fish supper. For those of you around the world that maybe aren't used to that term, I think it's more just in Northern Ireland. A fish supper is a battered fish fried with chips. That's what a fish supper is, just for those of you who don't know. So you get a nice knife there for cutting your fish supper up. What else do you get? Here you add. And look, we all have different sorts of knives, and you've camp knives and all that. But this, to me, is a knife that I would take to a barbecue. I would take on a picnic. Where this is going to live is in my car. Me and my wife stop all the time, get a fish and chips, but we usually get one between us, so we're having to cut it up. And I'm using my good knives that I've got on me, and maybe I don't want to do that. This is going to stay in the car. It's stainless steel, so it'll just wipe off and stay in the car. We'll have antiseptic wipes in the car. It'll wipe, throw it in the drawer, and it'll be ready for the next time. So there you go. There's your knife. What else do you get? You get a fork. Isn't that a nice fork? You get a bottle opener, hence the beer and fish supper knife. The beer, yeah, beer and fish supper. It was the best I could come up with. Give us a break. But isn't that a really nice, it's good full-size sort of fork. You could actually eat a dinner with that fork. It's really rather good. Again, solid, so it's not a wobbly, flimsy thing like some of the cheaper Chinese sort of camp knife things that are a bit through together. Now, What makes this the same as a lot of those is its construction. You know the other ones you have to slide apart? This just pulls down once and it comes apart. So you've got a fairly good substantial grip on both halves. There it is, lovely and shiny and all inside. And to put it back together again, it's just simply a locate the little holes. I'm doing this behind the camera, by the way, which is really more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Get up there. There we go. You just put it like that, clip it down the ways, and that's it together. It doesn't fall apart. It's not as if it's, cheap rubbish. It doesn't fall apart. It's really nicely put in, nicely seated. So, there we have a knife, and let me just turn this round, and a fork to eat your dinner with. Isn't that lovely? How nice is that? A nice bone. You wouldn't be frightened to bring that out anywhere, would you? It's really, really nice to eat your dinner anywhere. just so look, all joking aside, it is cheap and it's never going to be of GEC quality, but I never really I sort of wanted one and I didn't want one because it's more of a gimmicky knife, and I really don't want to spend $100 on a bit of a gimmick. So getting this for $17 gives me a better solution. I have two separate tools. I have my bottle opener. I don't even drink beer, but it'll do for my Coke. But it's just a lovely looking piece of cutlery, isn't it? With real bone, stainless steel silver all over, so it's not going to rust on you. What more can you want for £17, $20? I just think it's really cool. So what turned out to be was going to be a Paddy taking the mickey out of a GEC. And don't get me wrong, I do love my GECs. Let me just fold these down. There we go. And then clip it back together again. And that's it. Is that not just a lovely little knife? You could even put that in your pocket if you're going to a barbecue. And bringing that out is not going to, it's definitely, people are not going to say, what is that crap you brought with me? That's as nice looking. I mean, there's some knives that I brought out earlier on. That is a really nice looking piece of cutlery. It doesn't look out of place among the knives that I had set down there, does it? I just think it looks lovely. I'd be happy to take that anywhere with me, and I will. And I will. So there you go, a wee quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry I can't give you details. It was sold out on AliExpress. I'm sure they'll get them back in again. But try any Chinese sites, just have a look about. But if you come across them, at least now you'll know for your £17, $20, you're going to get a half little decent beer and fish supper knife. Take care, Paddy's away. Happy Sunday. God bless you all. Bye now.